The SEC slate saunters into full swing. It's week 3 in the conference where it just means more. The Wildcats of Kentucky seek their first series victory in league play, while 15th ranked Texas A&M strives to build off of a successful stint in the Bayou for this SEC home opener from College Station. And with that, we welcome you high above Davis Diamond, Giovanni Heater alongside Tori Vidalis with you. Tori, how about Kentucky rolling into town, a gauntlet of a schedule in front of the Wildcats?
Yeah, every single team that they play this year is ranked 15 or lower, so they've got a very tough schedule. Every game will be important, including this one here tonight in College Station.
Gauntlet might be the word of the night tonight. Look at the lineup for Texas A&M, and it's headlined by none other than Maya Perez.
Yeah, Maya Perez did some damage down in Baton Rouge this weekend, rewarded with SEC Player of the Week. She had so much power working for her, not only to the pull side, but also opposite field, going down and getting balls, really flashing the power, and I think she was rewarded by walking her because she's been able to show off that power.
The numbers, they speak for themselves when it comes to 24 in white for the Aggies. On the other side, her counterpart, it's Carissa Hamilton for Kentucky. She can absolutely swing it, Tori.
Yeah, when you talk about players that people circle and they don't want you to beat them, Carissa Hamilton is just that for the Wildcats. Had a grand slam on Wednesday night, and what I thought was really impressive is she wasn't the first one to make the adjustment, but she definitely was the last.
Carissa Hamilton, one of the better hitters in the lineup for Kentucky. And then she's at the cleanup. How about the 5 spot? Carly Sleeman does a really nice job in the 5-hole.
Yeah, when you talk about big hitters, you have to know that pitchers are going to pitch around them, and you need a big bat to be able to provide that protection. And Carly Sleeman has done just that. She had a solo home run on Wednesday night. They need her to show up big so that Hamilton can do her thing in the box.
Inside the circle for Texas A&M, it's Sydney Peters getting the start for the Aggies. Junior Texas native toes the rubber for A&M. Emory Donaldson leads us off on a Friday night in College Station. And we're underway with a strike on the outer half.
Beautiful night for baseball. Awesome scenes.
Yeah, Peters,
it's going to be a fun
really good outing for her last weekend at LSU. Thought she threw extremely well. More up in the zone, but that changeup, Gio, is just devastating. And especially when it's on and she can throw it in any count and she starts to freeze hitters, that's where she becomes very dangerous because she spins the ball so much that it's hard to pick up those pitches until it's almost too late.
Well, she hurls the 1-1 pitch.
Walks per 9 innings.
This is outside. 2 balls and a strike now for Emory Donaldson.
Called strike 2.
256 hitter.
Move Nico Partita from the left side of the infield to the right side. Boston Kellner back.
3 triples already this season for Donaldson.
3 infielders on the right side of the infield. This one poked to the left.
This one foul over the net, even at 2-2.
Ryan Black just beats
something that I'll be looking for. I got the opportunity to call Kentucky versus U of H on Wednesday, and every single hitter almost was flying out early in the game and not able to make that adjustment early in the game. It took them a few innings really to get going and get on top of that ball.
2-2. Line drive, foul. Full side. We'll do it again at 2-2.
And with Peters being mostly up in the zone, I'm looking for these Kentucky hitters to stay on top of the ball early and taking each at-bat that happens. It may not be your at-bat, but taking the information from at-bats that happen prior to yours.
Trey Phelps, first pitch from Sadeo is
2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the deal from Peters. Off the plate, and we're full. Tori, how crucial is it in the first few at-bats of the game for these Aggies pitchers to really find their sweet spot, get comfortable? Because when they've been on, this team's been on. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, struck her out.
I think you see just how important it is to make sure that they have their best stuff. We talked about that changeup in any count. She's throwing this in a 3-2 count. Shows you how much confidence Peters has with this pitch. And what a beautiful location right at the knees on the inner half, too. You usually see changeups to the outer half, but not afraid to get in there with it.
streak. He's
Strong start to the night for Peters. First offering to Clark. In there for a strikeout or half, and it's 0-1.
I think it's always, too, a little bit experimental the first inning with a pitcher, trying to see how much can you get off the plate, right? She threw that curveball in the 2-2 count. I thought it looked good. More of a pitcher's pitch, but if you know that the umpire is not going to give it to you, you try to work it back little by little. Just because they're not giving you to it, giving the pitch on the outer half doesn't mean you bring it over the white, right? You slowly walk it back in and see what they will give you.
No balls, 2 strikes. Peters deals. Off the plate. Behind the dish tonight, Michael Bartling calling balls and strikes, part of our SEC umpire crew. Brett Higgins down the first base side. Robert Pentikoff down third. And the 1-2 deal. Swing and a miss, back-to-back Ks for Sydney Peters.
You can tell Peters has her best stuff today because of the way the Wildcat hitters are chasing out of the zone. 1-2 count, you're looking for anything over the plate, and you see the late break on that ball up in the zone. Sydney Peters, she's got such dynamic movement.
So the box belongs to Gabby Hensley. She takes a pitch outside, 1-0. The first time now we've seen Peters working from behind in the count so far early. And a correction, Peyton plots in from the right side for Kentucky. Pops it up. And it's snatched out of the air by Kowalewski. Quick 1-2-3 work for Sydney Peters. Zeros, bottom 1 after this. Bottom of the first inning on a beautiful Friday night from College Station, Texas. Mackenzie Oslanzi inside the circle for the University of Kentucky.
Yeah, Oslanzi trying to get it going here for the Wildcats. She throws upper 60, so she's got a lot of velo coming at you right out of the gate. Goes with that curve drop combo. She will tend to mix in that rise too to kind of split the vision vertically, but the changeup when she's ahead, that's going to be a big thing for her to try to keep this Aggie offense off balance.
And it's a tall task with what she faces 1 through really 9 for Texas A&M, but particularly this top portion of the Aggie order. It starts with Kennedy Powell, and she looks at a strike, 0-1. KP for A&M this year swinging at .449. 14 RBI on the season. Scoreless bottom of 1 in College Station. Knifes this one foul to the net, and it's 0-2. It's exactly what you want, though, if you're Oslanzi here, Tori. Ahead 0-2 in the count.
Yeah, you definitely want to get outs when you can get them. Kennedy Powell is known for getting on base, has a ton of speed at the top of this lineup, really sets up the power.
0-2. Downstairs, 1-2. Kennedy Powell offers so much speed when she can get on the base paths for Texas A&M. 1-2 deal. Taps this one to the left side. Nice backhanded stab, and Donaldson makes the play.
Nice little backhand piece there from Donaldson. Seemed like Kennedy Powell was just trying to foul that one off, but she's got such good barrel control that sometimes the ball just ends up fair. But Donaldson, good snag and a strong throw over to first base.
So here's Talon Edwards. Check swing, pitch misses, down and out, 1-0. Edwards, Oklahoma State transfer for Texas A&M. Trying to savor every last moment. First year with the Aggie program. The 1-0. Called a strike in her half. A nice pitch, 1-1.
Yeah, Oslonzi really has to try to own both halves of the plate. Ton of lefty hitters. Important to establish that inner half.
1-1. Tap to the right side. Blum is there. Routine out number 2. Weak contact across the board for the first 2 batsmen that Oslonzi has faced, and it sets it up for Maya Perez, one of the best hitters in the SEC, reigning SEC Player of the Week, was unconscious in Baton Rouge against LSU last weekend. And she takes ball 1. Might see a lot of that this weekend, Tori, and throughout the year.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I think because people have seen her prowess and know what kind of power she possesses, not just to one side of the field, but to both sides, she's going to see a lot of balls, whether that's intentionally walking her or intentionally walking her. So she has to be able to stay really patient, which is hard to do, especially when you're used to being the one that gets the big hit and swinging the bat.
2-0 deal. Misses down and away. You're looking at 3 balls, no strikes for Maya Perez.
But what you will take out of that is a free pass, right?
Sure.
The freebie award is a real thing. If A&M can start to capitalize on the free bases that pitchers are going to give Maya Perez, they're going to be in a good spot.
So they essentially intentionally walk Maya Perez. She's aboard with 2 outs for Michaela Wark, another player that can absolutely make you pay. In fact, I feel like every time we sit in these seats, Tori, Wark leaves the yard. Another Oklahoma State transfer for the Aggies.
Free pass and a free chance to start the ball 5 chant.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure we'll hear that a lot. Maya Perez 4-pitch walk gets that chant going.
1-0. Called a strike. 1-1. And if you're unfamiliar, that is a Texas A&M tradition. That starts after a 4-pitch walk. It is spread now across college baseball and college softball a little bit. Here's the 1-1. Lifted, right side. Staying in the yard. And there to make the catch is Hamilton to retire the inning. Maya Perez stranded at first after the walk. We are scoreless in College Station. Top 2 around the corner on the SEC Network Plus. Top two in College Station in this SEC tilt. Kentucky and Texas A&M going at it. How about Trisha Ford, the head coach of the Aggies in her 4th season?
Yeah, leading the way for this A&M squad. I think you can really tell the culture that they've built here. I always say built Ford tough. And I think it's so fitting because they're hard on their girls, but they love coaching. And I think that's very obvious when you're around the program and you can tell. She's also got that mom in her as well. So hard coach, but also soft mom. A little bit of both. You need it.
Get a little bit of everything with Coach Ford. It was a 1-2-3 frame for Kentucky the first time up tonight. And a swing and a miss to get things going for the cleanup hitter, Carissa Hamilton, who we featured in the opener earlier this evening. Big pop ability in the bat of Hamilton. Here's the 0-1. In there for a strike, 0-2. And we're seeing really strong command of the zone thus far for Sydney Peters.
Yeah, very important. We talked about the freebie pass a little bit earlier when Kentucky walked Maya Perez, but the team that can win that freebie award most of the time ends up winning the ball game, so it's important to keep those at a minimum.
1 ball and 2 strikes for Carissa Hamilton.
Also allows the pitchers to play a little bit more with some spin, trying to see where they can get the ball to break. They can be a little bit more around the strike zone, not necessarily having to be in it because they're behind in counts.
1-2. Wave and a miss. 3rd K in the books for Peters.
Peters is spinning this ball so well right now. You can tell when it comes out of the hand, it looks like a strike. Hamilton attacks, and it just skips over her barrel. Peters has got her stuff tonight.
Here's Carly Sleeman. Taps back the first deal, 0-1. 4 and 5. Those are the most impactful bats for the Kentucky Wildcats, 1 through 9. Hamilton backed up by Sleeman. This is where they can get you. You sit down Hamilton with a swing and a miss. Sleeman swinging at 408, best of anybody on the Kentucky roster. And the 0-1. Called a strike. Perfect location, 0-2.
Yeah, this middle of the lineup for Kentucky is really where all the power sits. Carissa Hamilton leading the way, 6 home runs, and then Sleeman and Blum following, both with 5.
0-2 delivery. Misses high.
I think you go back to the first inning, how important it was for Peters to be able to retire Donaldson, Clark, and Plotz in that order and quickly, because you don't want to face Hamilton, Sleeman, or Blum with runners on because you know the power and the damage that they can cause.
1-2. Tapped foul. 1-2 it'll stay. We're really going to get to see how Carly Sleeman adjusts, right? Because she transfers in from Central Michigan, and now the quality of opponent takes a skyrocket. But she's battle-tested already, right? They played Auburn to open up SEC play. They played a big opponent in Florida last weekend, ranked top 10 in the country. Here they are against 15th ranked A&M. 1-2. Did she go? An appeal, and the first base umpire, Brett Higgins, says she did. 4 strikeouts for Sydney Peters. One of the mainstays in the Southeastern Conference, Rachel Lawson, been around a long time in Lexington. And the first deal to Allie Blum. She drills this one into the air. Left center field, underneath it, making the catch. Kelsey Mathis for out number 3. Another 3 up, 3 down frame for the Aggies. A flashback to 2024, the last time these two teams squared off in College Station. A banger of a series between the Wildcats and the Aggies, Tori.
It was a fun one. I was on the call for that series, back and forth all weekend, and the action just kept coming.
Kentucky oh so close throughout the weekend on both Friday and Saturday, but the Aggies with the edge. Kentucky, though, able to take Game 3. Nevertheless, Texas A&M took this series, a fun one, 2 years back. Maybe looking to repeat a little bit of that March magic here this weekend in College Station. We got 3 of them Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
I see what you did there. March Madness, I see.
You know. We are far from the hardwood, though. We're out on the diamond. No place we'd rather be on a Friday night. Ariel Kowalewski gets us going here, bottom 2 for Texas A&M. And she takes a strike, evens up the count 1-1. A&M had 1 base runner in that first inning. It was an intentional walk for Maya Perez in the 3-hole. Other than that, Oslanzi shut the door in 3. 1-2 for Kowalewski.
Yeah, both pitchers really attacking the zone early in the count.
You almost hate it for the pitcher, right, that they decide to intentionally walk. And it's valid because Maya Perez is ridiculous. Here's the 1-2. This is drilled the other way, foul.
I feel like as a pitcher, it's almost like a challenge, right? You're thinking, no, I want to throw to her. I mean, I've been on the field when situations like that have happened. A big hitter comes up, and almost every pitcher that I've played with has been like, no, I want to go after her.
Sure.
And so it's just a chess game, right? The cat and mouse of, is it worth it in this moment? Early in the game, nobody on, 2 outs. I say try it. I mean, why not? Solos are never going to hurt you. But it's when you start having those 2, 3-run home runs, grand slams, that really just put the nail in the coffin.
1-2. Upstairs.
Good
Deuce
hold.
is wild. Kowalewski, transfer from Florida. Two-two deal. And we're full once again.
Yeah, Slonzi had a really great pitcher's count there. Quality rise ball that just missed. That pitch wasn't as competitive.
Payoff on the way. Tapper to the right side. Blum is there. And there's one gone.
Like how she's able to come back after an at-bat that could have gotten away from her. Kowalewski has a great eye at the plate. But able to come back big with that 3-2 pitch.
And we've seen weak ground-induced contact so far. That Oslanzi has been able to get the best of Texas A&M.
Yeah, it's important to kind of track so you at home can tell how well these hitters are adjusting. Oslanzi likes to go to that curve drop combo, so a lot of times you'll see hitters getting on top of it, weak ground balls. They're not squaring it up completely. And on the other side, Sydney Peters is a rise ball pitcher, so you're going to see a lot of Kentucky hitters, if they aren't adjusting, going to be underneath that ball, more flyouts.
Peters has done just that, a pop out, a fly out. How about 4 Ks?
Yeah, you'll always take a K.
Speaking of Ks, we got KK Dement at the dish. Shortstop for A&M. One of the mainstays here in College Station. 2-1. Takes a strike. Evens it up 2-2.
I think the curve is the pitch to hit, especially for these power righties. Seto Slonzi likes that curve drop. She will elevate the eyes with the rise. But the curve is the flattest pitch. I think that's what I would be hunting if I was a hitter. And a lot of hitters are tending to let that pitch go by. So I'm curious what the approach is here for A&M, especially early.
payoff on the way. Tapper to the left side. Clark is there. Routine once again, 2 gone. This is exactly what you want if you're Coach Lawson out of your defense. Pitcher doing a nice job, getting deep into some counts, but inducing a lot of this soft contact and really no threats.
Yeah, this is a team that relies on their defense. Much improved from last season.
There's Kelsey Mathis for the Aggies. Stares at a ball inside at the ankles, 1-0. Mathis, just 43 at-bats so far this year. 279 hitter in her opportunities. Takes outside, 2-0.
Yeah, Kelsey Mathis works her way in this lineup. A lot of defensive adjustments, allows her to be the starting everyday center fielder because of the move from Kowalewski from right field to catcher. You move Frankie Vrajul over to her more familiar position in right field, and that opens up a spot. And Mathis, I truly think, is the best defensive outfielder.
3-0. Gets over with the strike in her half, 3-1.
And not only is she one of the best defensively, but last year she was able to work herself in the lineup because of her offense. So I think now her getting more consistent ABs, don't feel like she's reached her peak yet. So exciting to see where she goes.
Taps this one up the middle, through for a base hit, a 1-out single, Kelsey Mathis.
Right on cue, Kelsey Mathis talking about where can she go. Well, she's gonna go to first base. Gets this one up the middle. Good pitch over the white. Just takes it back exactly where it was pitched. And also got a ton of speed, so anything in play, you know she's thinking 2 bases.
There's Paisley Allen. Called a strike. Had an unbelievable catch last weekend, robbing a home run at LSU in Baton Rouge.
And that's 2 weekends in a row. She also had one at home.
Yeah.
Over the wall, jumped up, glove on the other side of the wall.
Wall scaling, Paisley Allen. Might have to start calling her Spider Woman.
Ooh, I think she would like that.
She can get up. Here's the 1-1. Tips off the mitt. Snap throw to second, not in time. That is one thing the Aggies will do. They'll make you pay with their base running abilities, taking advantage of any sliver of an opportunity.
Yeah, pitch in the dirt, just good instincts here by Mathis. You see that ball down, you take off. The biggest thing is trusting that instinct. As soon as you see it down, you cannot hesitate.
So all of a sudden now you have a runner in scoring position with 2 gone. This is the second 2-out base runner for A&M, but the first at second or better. 3-1 deal. Misses upstairs, ball 4. Base hit and a walk. Aggies have first and second.
Yeah, the Aggies doing a good job at holding on that pitch up in the zone. I'm almost wondering if the plan is to attack the drop ball, because a lot of these hitters are taking the marginal rise balls, which for someone like me who considers more of a power hitter, doubles, gap hitter, I want to get that up pitch because it's easier to elevate, it's easier to stay on plane. But a lot of these hitters are just making that take look so easy. So in my head, I'm thinking, are they going for the drop ball? I'm going to keep an eye on that, which one they're attacking. I know Slonzi hasn't really thrown her changeup much first time through this lineup. So she does still have another trick in her back pocket for this second time through the lineup when these hitters like Powell, Edwards, Perez come back up for a second time.
Curious to see too, Tori, we talked about it pregame. Probably not with 2 outs in this situation, but will you see towards the top of the lineup with the speed, will you see the bunt come out a bit for A&M? Vrajul takes a strike in her half, 0-1.
I think you definitely could, especially with Kentucky having corners who aren't in their primary position, right? They have been playing the season here, but these positions are their secondary, something that they picked up this year out of necessity. I wouldn't be surprised if A&M starts to play a little small ball. But again, maybe not with 2 outs.
Sure.
Give Frankie Vrajul an opportunity to turn this lineup over.
0-2 deal. Vrajul chops it over the mitt of O'Swansea, but the play is made by Blum. Kentucky works their way in and out of the jam. We're still scoreless in College Station. Top 3 after this. Scoreless here in Bryan College Station, Texas. SEC tilt between visiting Kentucky and 15th ranked Texas A&M. Got a couple of pitchers going at it, Tori.
Yeah, you gotta love a pitcher's duel. Sydney Peters for Texas A&M. A little bit of a changeup for her windup. No more backswing. See on the left versus Louisiana early in the season. Really long backswing, and then this is last weekend at LSU. Keeps that ball in the glove the entire time until she goes into that K motion. A lot of that to do with just the rotation of the trunk and also the whip of the arm. When it starts to get a little bit tight, you don't get as much rotation. You don't get as much, you're not as sure of the placement. So keeping that in the glove just helps her with her timing. Making sure she's straight on to home plate.
First pitch to Abby Hammond runs high, 1-0. Tori, how difficult is that to make an adjustment of that magnitude mid-season? I mean, you would think that's an off-season type of a change, and instead the Aggies decide we're going to make this change right here and right now. Line drive, diving play, KK doing what she does best.
I think Sydney Peters will do exactly what she needs to do to make sure that she can get the best out of not only her, but her defense as well. And you're right, I think that is a change that you make normally in the offseason, but when Coach Ford sees something, she's gonna let you know, and you're gonna do your best to try to get everything you can out of this season, this moment, this team.
Oni pops one up. Left side, tailing over the net and into the spectators, 0-1.
I think also, too, it's important, like as a pitcher, it's all about feel. So some pitchers would probably blow a gasket if they were asked to be changed mid-season. But then there's some pitchers who are just like, oh, yeah, it's fine. Like, I can work with it. So really just depends pitcher to pitcher. But I also think if you're seeing results, you're seeing that ball jump, you're seeing your locations being hit, you're kind of like, wait, why wasn't I doing this before? Why am I just doing it now?
Well, Peters seems like she continues to get more and more comfortable with it. The 1-1. Outside, 2 balls and a strike. Been lights out so far today, and it was a really strong performance for the Aggies pitching staff last week. And as a whole out in Baton Rouge. Coach Ford left that weekend feeling pretty good about how her staff threw. Outer half for a strike, 2-2.
Yeah, I think obviously the first 2 games you get a win. Got to be satisfied with that, but I think the outing specifically, even when you look at Lessentine, she pitched in all 3 games and was able to manage that lineup.
Well struck, shallow right. Vrajel is there, makes the catch, staring into the sun for out number 2. Got the shades on in the outfield as the sun sets here in College Station.
Very necessary, especially for the way that this field is oriented. Second base, first base, right field. Get that brutal sun, especially this time of day, but home field advantage. You understand those shadows, the sun at this time of day.
Alexa Rydell. Pitch misses upstairs, 1-0. Not a cloud in the sky on a Friday night here in East Texas. 1-0. Down and away, 2-0. Can't paint a better picture. Can't ask for a better night to be out at the yard.
A nice breeze, too. It is a beautiful day.
Not too hot. This is down for a hit out into shallow right center. 2-out single, first base runner of the day. It comes in the 9-hole for the Wildcats.
Yeah, Riddell getting a great pitch to hit. Hitter's count, knew exactly what she was hunting. How about the freshman in the 9-hole turning this lineup over? It's exactly what you need out of your 9-hole. Get on, give us a chance.
You know, so often it feels like you see the underclassmen in that 9-hole, baseball, softball, whatever it is. It's actually one of the more challenging spots to hit in the lineup, especially with some coaches looking at it as almost like a second leadoff opportunity. Not easy, big pressure for the first year.
Hey, pressure makes diamonds. If you get the opportunity, you got to take advantage of it.
Especially in this conference.
And sometimes ignorance is bliss when you're a freshman, right? You don't really know what to expect. You're not really sure of everything that's going on.
0-2. Another foul. Will stay at 0-2. 2 gone, runner on for Kentucky. And a pitcher's duel so far if you're just joining us on the SEC Network Plus. No balls, 2 strikes. 0-2 on the way. Runs high, tips off the mitt of Kowalewski. And a free base for Rydell. Now you lean in a little bit here if you're Tricia Ford and the Aggies, because a runner's put in scoring position with the pass ball.
Yeah, 1-2 count. You're ahead here. You just have to go right at the hitter. Make a pitch.
1-2. Upstairs. Deuces are wild. Kentucky trying to strike first in College Station. Seeking its first conference win since the opener against Auburn 2 weeks ago. 2-2. Misses down and in, and we're full.
It's a great pitch and a great hold. Peters going down with that changeup after 2 rise balls out of the zone. And Donaldson really didn't even sniff at that changeup.
3 balls, 2 strikes, runner on second, 2 gone. Payoff deal. Lifted up, left side. Kennedy Powell underneath it. Makes the pinch for out number 3. Still scoreless in College Station on a Friday night at Davis Diamond. Still scoreless here in College Station, bottom of the third inning. The defense, Tori, for Kentucky looks a whole lot different this year than it did at the end of last season.
Very, very different. They've got a lot of new faces and new positions. Hamilton, see, the first baseman was the starting catcher last year. Blum, who you're looking at on the screen, she was in left field, moves to the infield. Donaldson as well was in center field, moves to the infield. All my outfielder friends tell me that that's their worst fear, is moving from the grass to the infield. So it's impressive, and I think it speaks to the athleticism of this team just by how many positions they can play and at a high level.
It really is impressive. Here's Kennedy Powell, slaps this one down into left field for a base hit. Leadoff single on the first pitch. Kennedy Powell is aboard. Tori, I want to go back to that first, the replay, though.
Yeah, Powell just doing Kennedy Powell things at the top of the lineup, finding herself on 32-game on-base streak now, extends it by 1. She has been so consistent for the Aggies this season. She gets on, and normally she scores, leads this team in runs as well. 36 runs scored for her this season. The next closest, 21.
It's not close. It's not close at all. And there's that bunt we're talking about. We had mentioned it. With new players playing positions they're not accustomed to for this Kentucky defense, that was a narrative coming into this weekend. Would A&M look to bunt and try and take advantage of the inexperience? And Edwards looks at a strike 1-1, but you did see her form up for a bunt. And why not with the speed on the base paths right now that you have in Kennedy Powell?
Yeah, also just a sack bunt situation here as well. So, yes, you want to get it down if it lands for a hit. That's a bonus.
Oh, that's just as good as one, and you didn't have to use an out.
I think that's the pressure that Kennedy Powell puts on a defense. They know they have to catch that ball or at least keep it in front because she does have the speed to take 1 base, maybe even 2.
Edwards can swing it too. 361 hitter on the year. Hits this one into the air, shallow left field, and it's just foul. Half an inch.
Just barely is right. Kennedy Powell doing a great job base running there too. That plays right in front of her. She has her chest faced towards the ball, waiting for that ball to drop, and as soon as it does, she was already heading to third base, putting herself in a good position to advance even on weak contact.
2-2. I think, too, you can speak to the selflessness of these Kentucky players, right? Saying, we'll do whatever. Whatever's asked of us, we'll do it. Says a lot to be comfortable with the movement and confident in it as well.
Yeah, I think players will do what it takes to win, especially in college. If you have the option to play your secondary position or sit the bench, I think a lot of people would choose to pick to play their secondary position.
Sure.
And truly, it is all about team. What can I do to help this team win?
Line drive, foul once again. Count full for Talon Edwards. OPS above 1,000 for Edwards this year, hitting .387 against righties. The payoff. Lifts it into the air, left field. Oni is there. Runner stays put at second in Kennedy Powell, and there's one gone. And the batter's box belongs to one of the best hitters in the Southeastern Conference, Maya Perez.
Yeah, and knowing that a lot of teams are going to pitch around Maya Perez, that at bat by Edwards feels like, I don't want to say a waste, but it feels like an opportunity that was missed out on, knowing that they're going to give Maya Perez a free base.
Is that frustrating in itself if you're Maya Perez? Like you want to play.
100%.
You want to swing it, right?
Yes, you want to swing. Usually hitters like her, that is almost your identity, right? Like, I'm a hitter.
Yeah.
A lot of times in this lineup, she's the DP, so that's all she gets to do. Tonight, she's playing first base, but you think about those times where all you get to do is hit, and then you go up to the box, and they're just not even close to the zone. It's frustrating. The same thing happened to Bri Ellis last year, who was Player of the Year. She was so hot, and towards the end of the year, she didn't see a strike for like 10 games. So when she did see a strike, it was almost like a surprise. You're like, whoa, I forgot what that looked like. You're not ready for it.
Ball 4 to Perez, so they intentionally walk 24 in whites.
But I've got to think the hitters behind her have to take it a little personally. Like, oh, you want to pitch to me? Like,
yeah.
I want. If I'm hitting behind my Perez and they're walking her to get to me, I'm thinking, okay, well, I'm going to make you pay for that decision.
And this is exactly where you can do it, because Michaela Wark, one of the better long ball hitters in the lineup for A&M. She has 10 home runs on the season. And a big opportunity here with first and second. Like you talked about, Tori, you said, listen, solo home run, whatever. We can deal with that. It's when you got runners on first and second, and that's when it starts to add up and you get yourself into trouble.
Yeah, and it's really important for the hitters behind Maya Perez to welcome that challenge and want to be the one in that position, and that's exactly what Wark and Kowalewski, they're up for that challenge. They want to be the one. They take it as a challenge. They want to prove it not only to themselves but to their opponents. Like, oh, you made the wrong decision if you choose me. But also it's a fine line of not swinging out of your shoes to prove someone wrong, but still making sure you're getting the right pitch, still making sure that you're swinging when you need to be swinging, making solid contact.
Scout Lovell is the pinch runner in place of Maya Perez. And Wark is even at 1-1. Big spot here for both Kentucky and Texas A&M. Bottom of the third inning. Been largely a pitcher's duel to this point. 1-1 deal to Wark. Check swing. Doesn't matter. 1-2. Oslanzi looking for a crucial second out in this third frame. She hurls. 1-2. Oh, it's close.
It's a good take by Wark. You also have to realize how far off the plate she's standing. So anything that's off the plate has to feel really out.
2-2 to Wark. Misses down and in, and it's full. Snap throw to second. Powell back in there with a head-first plunge.
I feel like she lives on the ground.
She always has dirt all over her uniform.
That's right, and that's how you know she played hard. That was always a badge of honor.
Payoff deal. Wark takes down and in, and they're loaded. And this is where the intentional walk starts to get tricky.
Very tricky. The intentional walk, or unintentional intentional walk of
Sure.
Maya Perez, and then just a quality AB by Wark. Really grinding out that AB, getting down in the count. Coming back, able to work herself into a great position.
First pitch to Kowalewski. Lifts it into the air, left field. Diving catch made by Oni. Tag up, and scoring is Kennedy Powell. Sacrifice fly for AK-47.
Nothing too big, but it gets the job done. Sac fly with the speed of Kennedy Powell on third base. Pretty much anything in the grass will push her across. And the Aggies celebrate here with bubbles across Davis Diamond.
One of the many traditions in Aggie land. Here's KK Dement. Lifts this one right side, foul ground over the net. 0-1 for KK. So it's the inning's second out it scores a run, and it's 1-0 Texas A&M in front on a Friday night in College Station.
Coach Ford calling a timeout mid-AB to talk to KK Dement. She probably
sees something.
Yeah, I was about to say she sees something, or she really needs KK to know the information.
0-1 to KK. Outside, 1-1.
I hate when they cover their mouths so I can't read their lips.
Right? It's almost like it's designed that way.
Right.
1-1 offering. Tapped back. KK wanted all of it, 1-2. Work at first. Scout Lovell, the pinch runner, on second base for Texas A&M. Kentucky trying to keep the damage to a minimal here in the third frame. Oslonzi deals 1-2. Misses low, 2-2. Two-two pitch. Lifted into the air, right field. Hensley chases underneath it, makes the catch for out number 3. 1-0 A&M scores on the sac fly from Ariel Kowalewski.
This game is tied.
She hit that into the street.
Tegan Gavon, she has fanned a dozen. A 2-homer inning for Kendall Wells.
SEC play in full effect. What a slate coming up. 27th through 29th. Can't ask for anything better than this.
And I think if you're from the state of Texas, you're eyeing that rivalry game down there at the bottom. Texas A&M, always a good matchup.
Crazy matchup as always. Horns up, gig 'em, fan bases that for a long time were starving to play each other, right? Now Texas joining the SEC. They meet once again. Texas A&M and Kentucky going at it on a Friday night here in College Station. That, of course, Texas A&M series will be next weekend out in Austin. There's Maddie Clark for the Wildcats. Looks at a strikeout or half, 1-1. See if the Kentucky bats can get going a little bit here, Tori. It's been dominant pitching from Sydney Peters. The lone threat was a base hit in the 9-hole by freshman Alexa Rydell. She was stranded at second. 1-1 deal. Knifed foul, 1-2.
Yeah, I'm looking for Kentucky to make an adjustment. Just getting on top of the ball, as simple as that. They've put 5 balls into play, and all 5 of them have been flyouts. I guess you could also say Hammond had a line out, but still in the air, so it counts as a flyout. But I want to see them try to get on top of the ball no matter what that looks like. Talked about calling their game on Wednesday versus U of H, and it was kind of a similar story. It took them a little while to make that adjustment and find the top of the ball. And the same thing I said in that game is it has to almost become a game for the hitters. Like, who's going to be the first one to hit a ground ball?
Popped up, left side. KK Dement makes the pinch, one away.
And when you fly out, I mean, you really make it easy for the defense to record those outs. When you hit it on the ground, there's so many things that have to happen. The defender has to field the ball cleanly, they have to make a good throw, and then the receiver has to catch it. So it's a lot more things having to happen perfectly to make that out rather than just a one squeeze of the glove to record that out.
Peyton Plotz taps this one left side, scooped up by Powell. Long throw to first. Out number 2.
Right on cue. Ground ball.
It's
what you needed.
You teed it up.
It's what you needed. Even though it doesn't go down as a hit, like, and she was out in front of it, but you got to think, okay, we're hitting it on the ground. We're seeing the top of the ball. Now, if they can do it on a rise ball, I'll be even more impressed.
Well, if anyone can do it, it's Carissa Hamilton. Looks at a pitch upstairs, ahead 1-0. This was the bat that we talked about heading into the weekend. Best hitter in the lineup, hits cleanup for a reason for Kentucky. Peters deals 1-0. Hard chopper foul, pull side, 1-1. Hamilton with a big grand slam against Houston earlier this week in the midweek competition. That was the dagger against the Cougars. Had a home run in her last trip to College Station. That was in 2024. What a series. 1-1 deal. Taps this one back to the net, 1-2. Leads the team in just about every offensive category. Hits, doubles, triples, RBI, slugging. Really nothing offensively that Hamilton can't do. 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2-2. Top of it, Tori. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, I think a lot of that comes this year from her having fresh legs. We mentioned the defensive realignment, and was the everyday catcher last season, moves to first base, or legs are a little bit more fresh. Able to put some good swings on a ball, doesn't feel as heavy in the box.
Wave and a miss. Hamilton sat down on strikes, though. It's the second time that Peters has bested Hamilton. She's got 5 Ks in the books. TV 29.
Peters is moving the ball the upper half of the zone mixed with that changeup, but man, this curveball in the outer half gets Hamilton to fish. The Aggies lead 1-0.
It's all about the defense on a Friday night to open up this weekend series between Kentucky and 15th-ranked Texas A&M. How about the pitchers going at it? Sidney Peters, 5 Ks already, Tori.
You know, we don't see many pitchers duels, especially these days with how explosive offenses are across the country. So it feels like a little bit of a treat to see both pitchers going at it. Keeping my eye on the walk and the K. Oslanzi already 4 free passes on the night. Of course, 2 of those are to Maya Perez.
Right. Everybody across the country probably going to be walking Maya Perez as the season continues. 1-0 to Mathis. This is outside, 2-0. Kelsey Mathis. One of just 2 hits so far today for Texas A&M. Had a single in the 2nd inning in the 7-hole. 2-0 deal. She scolds this one on the ground, and it's through for a base hit. Leadoff single. Kelsey Mathis, stay hot, why don't you? 2 for 2.
You'll gladly take production from the lower half of your lineup. This one a curveball that doesn't sweep enough across the plate. Kelsey Mathis finding a barrel and just getting it through the infield. Taking advantage of missed pitches. That is what good offenses do. If you're A&M, you're feeling like you had a rally last inning. The hit to start things off with Kennedy Powell, then you had 2 walks. Of course, you would like to push across more than 1 run. They were able to get that one via the sac fly from Kowalewski. Now Mathis starting it off early here. Can the Aggies keep it going to try to push some more insurance runs across the board?
The opportunity is there with nobody out and a runner on first for Paisley Allen in the 8-hole. First offering. Misses outside. You saw her square up for that bunt, and it's 1-0.
Yeah, Allen, a great bunter, will put down a drag bunt as well. This situation calling for a sac bunt.
She does lay down that bunt. It's fielded by Oslanzi, and it gets away. Kelsey Mathis waved around third, throw to the plate, not in time.
And that is why the execution is the most important part. You buy into the sac bunt, and when you put it on the ground, the defense has to be perfect to get that out. Paisley Allen just squaring around, getting the ball down, and Oslanzi, an unfortunate throw. No attempt by Blum there either, and Kelsey Mathis, speed at first base, takes off and does not stop. Pushing that leadoff runner across the plate with a sacrifice bunt. You'll take that every single day of the week.
Unconventional runs, and it's a 2-0 lead for A&M. A sac fly, and now scoring on the error. And that'll do it for Mackenzie Oslanzi. We'll take a break here in College Station. 2-0 Aggies all over Kentucky. New pitcher inside the circle for Kentucky. The true freshman out of Lexington, the hometown kid, Abby Hammond, toes the rubber. She was the designated player. Tori now steps inside the circle for the Wildcats.
Yeah, a little bit of lineup manipulation from Rachel Lawson. In my head, she's a lineup genius, right? She knows how to work that flex rule really well. Hammond being a two-way player allows a lot of opportunities for her to get ABs and then come into the game, especially late whenever they need a little bit of help or a bridge pitcher, right, to bridge the way from one to the next. But also, Hammond is here to just switch things up and give A&M an opportunity to have a different look. Once you start seeing a pitcher, that was the second time through, getting down to the bottom half of the lineup would have been their third time through if they're able to get through these next few hitters. But the third time, the fourth time through the lineup is the most difficult as a pitcher. That's why you don't see very many no-hitters or perfect games, because as the game goes on, as the hitters get more information, the advantage goes to the hitter.
And what do these conversations look like right now between the battery, the infield corners?
Yeah, a lot of changes here just happening because of that lineup changes. Sleeman moves from catcher to third. Hammond, we mentioned, moves from DP to pitcher. Ella Emmert comes in to catch.
Another bunt laid down, and it is beautiful. You can't do it any better. Frankie Vrajel.
The execution was so fast. I was about to say they're probably discussing what it's going to look like if Vrajel lays down a bunt here. Vrajel, that 9-hole, she just shines in that role. She can swing away. She can drop a beautiful bunt just like we saw. She has become crucial in that 9 spot to turn this lineup over to the speed and the power of Kennedy Powell.
Kennedy Powell looks at his strike, snap throw to third, and an easy takeoff for Vrajel as she grabs second. Still nobody out with 2 in scoring position for the Aggies and a 2-0 lead in the bottom of the 4th inning. Looking to blow the game open. 0-1. In there for a strike, 0-2. KP with a base hit already tonight. 1-2. One, 2 to Powell. Line drive, and it's foul. Just missed it.
Just ahead of that off-speed pitch. For a second there, I thought Hamilton maybe had gloved it, but it just curves just a little bit foul. Kennedy Powell was kind of jumping up and down. She really wanted that one to stay fair.
1-2. Chopper foul, pull side. We'll do it again. Big opportunity here, though, for the Aggies, right, Tori? Still nobody out. Can really extend this lead.
Huge opportunity. No outs, a base open. Maya Perez looming in the background.
And if you get a situation where there's nowhere to put her,
exactly,
you have to pitch to her.
That's why it's crucial for people ahead of her to take those walks, find a way on.
She is chomping at the bit. Look at her.
She's thinking, oh yeah, I might get a pitch here. I might get a strike. Let me go ahead and get my batting gloves ready. I know I would be getting excited.
1-2. KP lifts it left center. There to make the catch is Rydell. A tag up and a score, 3-0 Aggies.
A lot of team ball here tonight for A&M. They're used to that big hit, but textbook softball working just the same. The leadoff single from Mathis, followed by what should have been a sac bunt. The throw gets away from Aslani, the starting pitcher, and A&M able to plate a run. And that's why the sac bunt's important, because you never know what the defense will do. And then the sac fly. I mean, you see it all in this inning.
Runner takes off, and they got him. The inning's second out. That could be huge. And Trisha Ford wants him to look at it. It looked like that ball was being bobbled just a little bit, Tori.
Well, this is a classic show bunt, trying to make this a foot race between the shortstop and the runner stealing third. Vragel's got a ton of speed, takes off on the pitch, and because Sleeman over at third base has to crash, now Clark and Vragel have to race.
Texas A&M is challenging the call and out at third base. Also looking at obstruction. This play is under review.
With obstruction a part of the conversation here.
Yeah, because Clark was coming to her right, she has to kind of slide and stop her momentum. But she is on that back side of the base, and she also has the ball. I don't think we'll see obstruction called here, but wide open since Talon Edwards is a left-handed hitter, has got a clear view of that play at third base. Regardless of what the call is, though, extremely athletic play by Clark to be able to catch that on the run and make that tag. Cut out there, but he said the rule on the field is confirmed. That was Texas A&M's first challenge.
That was quick, too.
Yeah, she did a great job at sliding.
The call on the field is confirmed. The runner is out. That is A&M's first challenge. They have one challenge remaining.
Well, you might as well use them if you have them.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was a close play. But again, Clark, really athletic, making that tag while on the run, trying to stop her momentum. And a big second out.
And there's Sleeman playing now at third instead of behind the dish for Kentucky. Just another notch in the cap of the Lawson lineup manipulation.
Yeah, it speaks a lot to the versatility of this Kentucky squad. Just incredibly athletic, able to play multiple positions at a high level as well.
Here's Talon Edwards, the 0-1. In there for a strike, 0-2, and all of a sudden, Kentucky with an opportunity to get out of this thing in a better position than you would have thought when they had second and third, nobody out, allowing just 2 runs so far in the bottom of the fourth, and the base is now empty. Line drive, and it's snatched out of the air by Sleeman. No problem for the hot corner. Aggies add 2, bottom 4. They lead it 3-0 in College Station. Perfect night to bring the family out to the yard. 3-0, 15th ranked Texas A&M leads it over Kentucky. Series opener this weekend in College Station between the Wildcats and the Aggies. 4 hits for A&M, and that Kentucky error proved to be costly as it scored Kennedy Powell for the Aggies. And Texas A&M leads it 3-0. Tori, though, we really did feel like it was a position where it could have been a whole lot worse for the Wildcats. They were able to make a nice play on a throw down to third. Clark, the shortstop, coming on, applying the tag for a crucial second out in the inning, and it flipped things on its head. They allowed just 2 runs in the frame.
Yeah, and it was also right after the defensive shuffle as well. Ella Emmert coming in behind the dish. Really the everyday catcher, but it's tough to come into a game and immediately have to make a play as big as that one, and she was able to do it and get them out of a jam.
There's Carly Sleeman. Looks at a strike in her half on a breaking ball, 0-1, and Sleeman had that snag in the hot corner at third. A line drive scolded to her opposite hand side off the barrel of Talon Edwards. That ended the bottom of the 4th. Ball at a strike for Sleeman, one of the better bats in the Kentucky lineup. Strikeout victim number 4 today, though, out of 5 for Sydney Peters. She's been at her best against the best 2 hitters for Kentucky. 0-1. This is outside, 2-1. She has struck out cleanup hitter Carissa Hamilton twice. She has struck out Carly Sleeman once in 1 at-bat. 5, 6, 7 in the order for the Wildcats. Peters 2-1. Smoked foul.
It's the 3rd changeup of the AB. Sleeman sees it and attacks it. Just a smidge early, out and around it, but now Sydney Peters can start to play a little bit. See her going back upstairs with that rise ball. Been challenging these Wildcat hitters all night, seeing if they can get on top of it.
2-2 off the plate. Count full at 3-2. Payoff pitch to Sleeman. Misses in the dirt, ball 4. Leadoff base runner for the Wildcats.
That's a big AB from Sleeman. You think about the jam that they just got out of on defense. She's the one that makes the catch to end the inning. Immediately comes up to bat and works herself a walk. She got 4 changeups in that at bat. If that's not respect, I don't know what else is.
Sure. Central Michigan transfer. There's Allie Blum, fly out to center field. First time up tonight. Looks at a strike, 0-1. Blum swinging at a strong 366 on the year. 410 against right-handed pitchers. 0-1 deal. This is outside. Ball and a strike.
See her square. Kennedy Powell kind of smiling a little bit, realizing she was a little bit late. I don't think she was expecting to see that bunt.
One. Snap throw down to first. Head first plunge for Sleeman.
Yeah, first base, Michaela Work anchored on that bunt, not crashing. That means Kennedy Powell and Sydney Peters would have to really jump out there.
Ringer up, bottom of the zone, strike 3. 6 Ks for Sydney Peters.
And Frozer too, Blum, waiting for this pitch to break, but it stays over the white. Sydney Peters comes back strong with a strikeout after that leadoff walk to Sleeman.
Abby Hammond looks at a strike top of the zone, 0-1. Hammond inside the circle right now, defensively for the Wildcats. The designated player heading into the night. 0-1 deal. Misses in the dirt. Sleeman stays put.
Kowalewski doing a phenomenal job at keeping that in front and also bouncing up to be ready to make a throw, but Sleeman never broke towards second. Got to trust the Hezzy. If you Hezzy, you stay.
1-1 is crushed. Deep to left field, and it is gone. Wildcats within one.
The freshman, Hammond, stepping up big for the Wildcats. She came in to pitch, shut down the inning before it got out of control, and then, oh yeah, comes and helps herself out on offense as well. Pitch over the middle inner part of the plate, just gets that foot down and rotates to the ball. No doubter off the bat of Hammond making her presence known here in College Station.
Here's Ella Emmert. Stares at a strike in her half, and this game feels a whole lot different than it did moments ago. Big fly for the freshman. 0-1. This is down and in. Ball and a strike.
Only her second of the year, too. You think about how impressive it is to really not be a long ball hitter and come up big, especially after that freebie to lead off the inning. Kentucky really building on the momentum that they got from getting out of that last half inning. Aggies put up 2, but Kentucky immediately responds with 2 of their own.
1-2 deal. Chopper foul. Can they pounce now? Still only 1 out in the frame. Can they take advantage of the momentum?
Pounce was the perfect word.
They are the Wildcats, I guess. One, two. Swing and a miss.
And there's another strikeout, which means more.
7 of them. Count every single one for Sydney Peters.
That's 2 big Ks following some ABs that got away from her. The strikeout following the walk, the leadoff walk to Sleeman, and then that strikeout there of Emmert following that big swing by Hammond. The response is what you have to like from Peters.
Rydell looks at one in the dirt, 1-0. Another freshman in the lineup for the Wildcats. Well, if you're just joining us in College Station, A&M was up 3-0 before Abby Hammond deposited one over the left field fence off the scoreboard to bring Kentucky within a run. Two to Rydell. Lifted foul.
Whoever finds that foul ball gets to take it home first. The Dixie Chicken.
Two 2-1 pitch. Just off the plate. 3 balls and a strike for Rydell. Base hit for Rydell in the 3rd inning, made it to second on a wild pitch and was stranded there. 3-1, swing and a miss, 3-2. What does Peters go with here?
Anything she can get a swing and miss.
Payoff on the way. Lifted into the air left field. Going back, Allen, and it clinks off the wall. A sprint to second, and standing up with a 2-out double, the freshman Alexa Rydell. How about the first years coming through for the Wildcats?
Coach Lawson told us that it's the freshman in big position for her this year. Rydell in that 9 spot, the center fielder backs up her teammate Hammond, who had the home run earlier, keeps this rally going, a double off the wall. I think that changeup was just leaking a little bit over the plate. She's getting those swing and misses a lot on the changeup and the rise ball. A lot more vertical movement rather than that east to west. It's a lot easier for a hitter when you miss a curveball that stays flat, doesn't have much break, breaks into the barrel. When you split it vertically, you give yourself a chance to miss a barrel, maybe catch the top or the bottom.
Now the table set for Emery Donaldson, the leadoff hitter, 0 for 2 today. First pitch. Taken outside, ball 1.
I think if you're Peters, though, you just have to keep attacking. Keep working the same things that have been working well for you.
Tying run in scoring position, 1-0. This is down and in, 2-0.
She's been losing a few of those changeups low and in. I'm gonna try my pitching hand and say that she just needs to hold on to it a little bit longer, just a smidge. Although much easier said than done. You'd rather miss low than high.
She offers 2-0 and gets a strike in there, 2-1. What feels like a monumental moment in this game, with a full series in front on Saturday and Sunday to follow. 2-1. This is in the dirt, 3 balls and a strike for Donaldson. Tying run on second for the Wildcats with 2 outs. And the go-ahead run at the plate. 3-1 pitch. Lifted back foul. Full count once again for Sydney Peters in the circle.
It's definitely the biggest at-bat of the game so far. You can feel it from both teams.
Payoff pitch from Peters. Ringer up, strike 3. 8 strikeouts for Sydney Peters. But how about the Wildcats within 1 in College Station, Tori?
Hammond helping her cause. She's in the circle, but how about a big swing from the freshman?
Home Run Derby X is retired MLB players with either like high school or collegiate athletes. It's just really just to show women can do it and women can hit baseballs too. I'm a Dodgers fan, so it was super fun. Getting to play with Adrian Gonzalez is honestly a flex of mine that I'll always show off.
Is Maya Perez not one of the coolest people you've ever met?
Coolest and nicest, for sure.
And she will not see a pitch, you'd assume. Once again tonight, she's had 4 balls go past her in each at-bat so far this evening. Very similar to the outing she had against LSU on Sunday. And we're seeing a trend where in the SEC, they're not going to throw to Maya Perez because of how deadly she can be inside the batter's box. Two balls and no strikes for 24.
And I think seeing the walks, it just shows that more of the hitters need to step up behind her, because I look at an offense like a Florida, Taylor Shoemaker, Jocelyn Erickson, they don't get walked every time, but it's because they are so strong back to back to back to back. They have hitters that show up every single time. When you don't have a hitter that's going to protect Maya consistently, it's going to be easy to just throw her 4 straight balls and get out of innings. But when you have people behind her that can provide that support, they're gonna think twice about putting her on.
And a strike in there. Maya can't help but laugh. And you got to give credit to the Kentucky defense, Tori, because we were in a situation where we thought Maya might have a chance to get up there with nowhere to put her, and they'd be forced to pitch to her. Instead, Kentucky's defense makes it so she leads off.
Yeah, I think that's why the inning felt so big, and that out at third base that Clark was able to hang on to really became pivotal in that inning, because it changed the landscape of how things were going to unfold. With Talon Edwards up to bat, then they record 2 in a row, and Maya Perez now leads off this inning instead of coming up with runners on base last inning.
And on top of it, you have the big fly from the freshman in Abby Hammond to bring the Wildcats within 1. It is a completely different game. Michaela Wark looks at the off speed for a strike, 0-1. Wark with a walk and a pop out so far this evening. 0-1 deal. Snaps the mitt inside, but misses the zone, 1-1. Is there a better sound in sports? Maybe the crack of the bat?
I was just waiting for you to say it.
Yeah.
Crack of the bat beats it every time. Depends on who you ask.
Sure.
You ask a pitcher, they'll agree
Right?
with you.
Especially when you sit him down looking. Crowd erupts.
Yeah, that's my worst nightmare as a hitter.
Valid. 2-1 to Wark. Inside, 3-1.
Really working that inner half. Because she stands so far off the plate, your plate discipline has to be really strong, understanding where you are in relation to the plate and where the ball will end up in relation to where you're standing.
Wark scolds this one through the left side. First and second, a base hit.
This is what you need, Wark to get going. She stays with this pitch on the outer half. You see her weight shift, moving forward just a smidge and tattooing this ball. It almost got to left field so fast, I thought there was going to be a play at second base. But no throw. Runners at first and second. Feeling like another big inning coming here for Texas A&M.
Ariel Kowalewski is in. And the lefty sees a strike, 0-1. Kowalewski, a ground out to second and a sacrifice fly to left field so far today. Her team in front, 3-2. Cranks this one left side, could be 2. No play. And instead it's 1st and 3rd. Wart cut down at 2nd.
Make your way into the box, the shortstop, number 16, K-K-Man.
KK Dement 0 for 2. Ground out to short and a fly out to right field. First and 3rd, 1 out. Pitch misses down and in, 1-0 for KK.
You know, Dement is one of those bats, I think, too, that the Aggies are waiting for her to get hot. Big hitter for them last year in her freshman season.
In there for a strike, 1-1.
Feels like she's close, right? It's almost there. She's swinging at the right pitches for the most part, but just missing them. Part of me thinks she just needs one big hit for things to start rolling for her.
Takes the 1-1 for a strike, 1-2. Well, and the nice counterpart to that has been how sensational she's been defensively.
And that'll always be there for her. I think she's able to rely on that glove no matter what happens in the box. It's definitely a plus.
Hits this one straight away center. Into the lap of Donaldson. A tag up for Perez, and she scores. Ball gets away. Kowalewski to second. How about the hustle?
Another sac fly for Texas A&M. KK Dement gets enough of this one. This is exactly where you needed it. A little bit deeper for Maya Perez to be able to score standing up. It's starting to get a little bit of insurance. Trying to fight for that lead. Back, clawing back. Kentucky put up 2 in the top half of this inning. A&M trying to get those runs back. Get a good comfortable lead going into the 6th.
Here's Kelsey Mathis. Looks at a strike on a breaking ball, 0-1. No bat has been stronger tonight than that of 99 in white. Mathis is 2 for 2 with a pair of knocks. Represents one of A&M's 4 runs. 0-1 deal. This is downstairs, 1-1.
Yeah, Hammond really using that changeup often, trying to keep these hitters guessing.
Kowalewski on second, 1-1 deal. Called a strikeout or half, 1-2. Downstairs, 2 balls and 2 strikes for Mathis. 2 outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner on second. A&M with a 2-run lead. Looking to make it 3 of its last 4. And have a good start to its 2nd SEC series. 2-2. This is high and in, and the count full.
It's an impressive take, especially after Hammond has really been working that change, the drop on the lower half. You see a pitch up, it's easy to get excited and chase after that pitch out of the zone.
Payoff pitch on the way. Lifted into the air, right side, foul ground, and it drops on the dirt. Rinse and repeat for Kelsey Mathis. 3-2. Knifed foul.
Great job staying alive. And even Mathis having a conversation, asking home plate umpire, hey, would that be a strike if I didn't swing? Trying to give herself some knowledge on how far out that ball was in relation to where the strike zone is.
Payoff pitch. Scolded, down for a hit into left field. Kowalewski puts the red light on at third. And a head first slide into second for Kelsey Mathis. 3 hits on the night for 99 in white.
The ability for Mathis to fight off pitches until she gets one that she knows she can handle. The play's happening in front of her. She makes this decision on her own. Aggressive to get the backside runner into scoring position. The speed of Mathis, but also the IQ, knowing that that run is just as important.
You talk about forcing the hand of Trisha Ford. Mathis saying, I'm earning my spots to be in this lineup.
I'm earning it and I'm keeping it
Yes.
every day, showing up to the field, doing the right things. But also when the lights are bright, showing up, and when it matters, getting those big hits. But it doesn't always come down to the result, it's the process. And I think the results are a byproduct of what you do and how you do it. And I think that at bat is a perfect example, fighting, the great eye that she had as well, picking the right pitch, fighting off pitches that were close till she could get one she could handle. And boom, now we got 2 runners in scoring position, with giving A&M another chance to plate some runs.
Paisley Allen looks at a strike. No balls, 1 strike with 2 outs. Second and third for Texas A&M, looking to pad this lead with a 4-2 advantage. 0-1. Hit into the air, shallow right, and it drops for a hit. Kowalewski in, Mathis right behind her. 2 RBI single, Paisley Allen, and it's 6-2 Aggies.
Cue the bubble machines. Paisley Allen just puts this ball in the perfect spot. And now you see how important it was that Kelsey Mathis got herself to second base, because with this single from Paisley Allen, it's able to plate 2. See Kelsey Mathis, she's fired up. The Aggies starting to pull away here in the bottom of the 5th.
And you can see the offense wake up, right? A run in the 3rd, a 2-piece in the 4th, now 3 here in the 5th. Vrajel, a chopper to the right side, gloved by Blum, and a short throw is there to end the inning. 6-2 A&M in front. A 3-piece, bottom 5 in College Station. Leaders in SEC play, 8 of them. Count every single one, Tori.
Yeah, the elite spin from Peters tonight. You could see it in both directions, going up with the rise ball. You see the change down in the zone, the curve ball as well. When you have all of your pitches working, you know you're going to have a good night.
Doesn't get much better than that.
Hey, 1 free pass compared to 8 Ks. I think you'll take that one. A great night. Phenomenal start from her. Exactly what she needed to kind of start to build up that confidence as they move further into SEC play.
Sydney Lessentine will look to slam the door shut. How about that strikeout to walk ratio? 56 Ks to 7 free passes. Are you kidding me?
You talk about control. Sydney Lessentine is no stranger. She's also got that rise and drop combo, so she's able to split your eyes vertically, and a money changeup as well.
She offers 1-0. Lifted into the air, center field, playable for Mathis, and she's there to make the catch. 1 away.
The thing that always sticks out to me about Lessentine is her ability to just stay level-headed. You can never really tell what's going on in her head, and I kind of like that. It tells me that she trusts her stuff and she doesn't get too high, doesn't get too low. Really able to stay at that equilibrium that she needs to be at.
Plotz looks at a strike in her half 0-1. Peyton Plotz 0 for 2, pop out and a ground out. Typically one of the stronger hitters in the lineup for Kentucky. She'll look to get going this weekend. 0-1. Tori, we talked about it. Texas A&M really trying to build some momentum here in conference play. A series win against LSU last weekend. They took Saturday and Sunday, fell on Monday. Short turnaround, no midweek for the Aggies. Here they are against Kentucky. Lifted foul, 1-2. It's been a strong start to the series here on Friday night. Kentucky, on the contrary, won their first SEC game of the year against Auburn, then dropped the Saturday and Sunday game. Would get swept by Florida, fairly non-competitive series, and now here they are, a road trip to College Station.
Yeah, I think Kentucky really has the most difficult schedule in all of SEC play this year. When you look at the teams that they're facing and where they're ranked, if you take this week's ranking, the highest ranked team they will play is the one they're playing right now, and that's Texas A&M, ranked at 15. They play Florida, who's ranked number 8, Georgia, number 13, Oklahoma, number 4, Tennessee, number 1. Oh, and also Alabama and Texas, who are ranked 6 and 2, respectively. Yep. But you talk about a gauntlet of a schedule. That is truly one of the hardest schedules I think I've seen across the nation.
2 balls, 2 strikes for Plotz. Line drive. KK Dement is there. Business as usual.
And a little smile to go along with it. Coach Ford last year said, you know, KK is the shortstop of this program in the future. And seeing her really flourish into said shortstop this year has been incredible to watch. The glove has been outstanding. There was one play from LSU last weekend. It was a shot off the barrel, just a backhand. She created space, created that angle, just eyes behind the ball, and a strong throw from the 5-6 hole to get the out, just like no problem. It was just smooth as butter.
Lifted into right. Vrajal is there. And it's out number 3. 6-2 Aggies rolling in College Station. Bottom 6 on the SEC Network Plus.
ESPN app has all of ESPN all in one place. Visit activate.espn.com to see if you have ESPN Unlimited as part of your TV package for no additional cost. It's all of ESPN all in one place. Sign up or activate now.
Thank you, Greeny. Everybody loves Mike Greenberg. The soundtrack to my weekday mornings in the fall.
Yeah, your close personal friend, right?
Yeah, sure. 6-2, Texas A&M ranked 15th in the country leads it over Kentucky. Game summary so far tonight. We had a pitcher's duel early, and then the A&M offense really got rolling. A run in the third, 2 in the fourth, 3 runs in the fifth. And a 6-2 advantage. At this point, anything is icing on the cake if you're A&M. And the first pitch sails over the head of Emmert behind the dish. New pitcher inside the circle, Sydney Langdon. Third pitcher of the day for the Wildcats.
Yeah, her first outing of the season as well.
Called strike in her half.
Yeah, a lot of spin on that ball. You can see she's about in the mid-60s, but I think it's just an opportunity to give A&M something different to look at. They need to mix things up. We saw Hammond.
Misses way high and in.
A&M was able to score in 3 consecutive innings. So at this point, you're trying to keep this game alive, give them another look, but also keep it close. Think about a 3-game series. You don't want to throw your ace out there. We haven't seen Hendiges tonight. We haven't seen Nutter tonight.
2-1. Slapper to the left side. Clark. And it's off the mid of Hamilton.
Speed of Kennedy Powell putting pressure on the defense. It's a well-struck ball to shortstop. Clark, no problem fielding it, rushes herself just a little bit because she knows the speed of Powell and just spikes it. Hamilton not able to dig that one out.
They'll rule it a throwing error, so an E6 in the books against Clark.
Yeah, as a first baseman, that one hurts your soul, right? Your defender makes a great play, and it's your job as a first baseman to make your infielders look good. That's always my motto whenever I play first base, is I want to make it look easy. Even if they make a bad throw, it's just another day.
That was a tough play to make, though. Had to go for the pick.
Yeah, something that Hamilton has had to get used to this year was the everyday catcher last year, moved over to first base.
Well, we were joking. You've seen Moneyball, of course.
Of course.
And that iconic scene where he's sitting there saying they're going to teach Scott Hatterberg how to play first. And he says, tell him it's easy to learn how to play first. And he says it's incredibly difficult.
It's incredibly difficult.
Incredibly difficult.
People don't realize the footwork, the picks. Something that Coach Lawson spoke about when we spoke to her this week is a lot of people think you can just throw anyone over there at first base, but once Hamilton kind of got her feet wet, she was like, oh, this isn't as easy as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
But after a little while, she's able to settle in, figure out that footwork to the base.
Ball 4 misses upstairs. Talon Edwards is aboard, and now you have first and second, nobody out.
It's a tough walk, especially after the error against Kennedy Powell. You have to go at that next hitter, try to shut down some of that momentum.
Well, are you going to put her on first and load him at this point?
I think teams would rather load the bases than pitch to Maya Perez.
Wow. It appears they might do just that. A little bit of mind games. Kennedy Powell dancing between second and third. Langdon deals 1-0. Way upstairs, and it appears they will do just that.
I mean, think about the respect. A team would rather load the bases by walking you than give you a chance to hit.
It's insane. Already down 4 runs, too. 3 balls, no strikes for 24.
It's also got to feel a little personal for Michaela Wark, who has also been a big bat for Texas A&M, especially early. Had a big home run against Texas Tech.
Ball 4 high and in. Bases juice, nobody out for the Aggies in the 6th. Yeah, last time we sat in these seats, Tori, last time they played at home here at Davis Diamond, Wark was hitting them over the scoreboard.
Yeah, she had one against Louisiana as well. When they needed her early, she came through. And I think it's funny how hitting is just so up and down, right? You're not going to be the hottest hitter you've ever been all season, but it's about managing those highs and lows. And for Michaela Wark, it's not about the pressure you put on yourself to come up clutch, but just relaxing, thinking like, okay, the bases are loaded with no outs. I have so many ways to succeed here. I could hit a sac fly. I could poke one through the infield. You're not asking for the big hit every single time, but they are asking you to get it done in some way, shape, or form. You gotta find a way to come up clutch, especially when they're gonna walk the bases loaded to get to you.
1-0 to Wark. In there for a strike. Wark with a hit, a walk, and a pop out today. 10 homers on the season. 1-1 to Wark. Misses downstairs, 2-1. Two-one deal. Called a strike. She had pondered it.
Yeah, she's starting very vertical. You can see her kind of load into that back hip and ride that back hip out until she gets in her launch position a little bit lower now here, starting with her legs apart.
Swings and lifts it foul, opposite way.
You see the difference in the 1-strike approach versus the 2-strike approach. She's taking out that stride, going to a little bit of a wider base, thinking about just getting her hands to that ball, trying to eliminate some of that movement, especially with the head.
2-2. Snap throw to third. KP able to scamper back in there. Nowhere to put her. Payoff pitch. Tapped back to the net.
She was all over that one. Anytime you see a ball go straight back like that, it tells you that a hitter is on time.
Three-two. Drilled to right center, and it is gone! Grand slam for Michaela Wark. A walk-off run rule winner on a Friday night at Davis Diamond.
I don't think it gets much better than that for Texas A&M, but especially for Michaela Wark. You've heard me talk all night about how big it's going to be for the hitters behind Maya Perez to step up when it matters. They would rather walk the bases loaded than pitch to Maya Perez, and Michaela Wark took it personally. Her 11th home run on the season. We've seen her do it early in the season, and now we're seeing her do it in SEC play. A huge swing for Michaela Wark and a huge swing for the Aggies. They get the run rule win for the SEC opener. pitch on the outer half. You see Michaela Work stays behind it because she eliminated that stride. She was grounded into the box and just threw her hands at that outside pitch. Off the bat, immediately, you knew it was gone. The celebration from the teammates, the fireworks from the scoreboard. We asked when they were going to step up, and Michaela Work delivered.
10-2 the final score in College Station. Grand slam to walk it off. Doesn't get any better than that, Tori. What a fun atmosphere. What a fun night. We get to do it 2 more times. For our entire production crew behind the scenes, for Kogan Davis, our producer, for everybody pushing the buttons back in the control room, Tori Vidalis, my awesome analyst, I'm Giovanni Heater saying so long and good night from College Station. Stick around post-game for our interview. 10-2, Aggies winning.